First of all, a big congratulations to everyone કે જેમણે mains clear કરી છે. એટલે I can read. If you can please start your videos for few seconds so we can feel that we are talking in real life. Just take minute માટે અગર બધા પોતાનો video start કરી શકે. Those who are in the position to start the video will help. Okay, fine. Big congratulations બધાને. I am sure કે તમે ખૂબ જ મહેનત કર્યા બાદ મેઇન્સ ની એક્ઝામ ક્લિયર કરી શક્યા છો. અને હવે તમારું એવું છે કે 90% સફર પૂર્ણ થઈ ગયો છે અને 10% જેટલો સફર બાકી છે to get the job of your dream. Fine. I'm not sure ભાવેશભાઈ. હું મયુર પરમાર છું. હું અત્યારે હાલ ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર તરીકે જોબ કરું છું. હું 2017 બેચના GS ઓફિસર છું. So it is almost like now 5 years. I have worked in different places. Started from Chota Udeipur, Narmada district, Statue of Unity, and currently I am working as an SDM of Panchmahal district. So this is me. Academically, I have done my PhD in pharmaceutical science, and recently I have completed my management course from IIM Indore. So yeah, this is what I carry with me. So interview mate, first of all, I would say that this is not the test of your knowledge. They will never ask you about more of a factual based questions, and even if you are not aware about some particular fact based questions, then they will not judge you on that basis. This is your personality test. જેટલું પણ knowledge check કરવાનું હતું, તમારું IQ check કરવાનું હતું, તમારી writing skills check કરવાની હતી, બધું જ એમણે મેઇન્સ માં કરી દીધું છે. But હવે જે છે તે just આપણે તમારી personality test બાબતે છે. Can we like I think we have less number here, just 20 people are here. Can we quickly go through the individual introduction? I mean, not the real introduction that you're going to give in the interview, but just a brief that from which district you are and what you are aiming for, what is your selected post. Because our today's session is more of a selection of a post and what kind of duties they carry with them. So if we can simply go through one by one, that your name, your what you're doing currently, whether you have just completed your studies, and what you are willing to become through this GPSC examination. Are you going for GS exams, or are you going for DYSP selection, or you are going for other selections? If we can go through it, I'm sure that will help us to frame the lecture further. Okay, so please start accordingly. I'll not ask the name. Please start from your convenience.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So this is
I'm
Twinkle.
talking with Dr. Twinkle. Okay, please. Twinkle single. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please start.
Sir, I belong to Ahmedabad district, and currently I am a visiting faculty at the Management Institute, and I aspire to be a deputy collector.
Very good. Fine. Thank you, Twinkle.
Please,
next one.
Hello, sir. Good morning. This is Dr. Sapna Srivastav.
Okay, Dr.
I have done my bachelor's, yes, sir, in homeopathic medicine and surgery, and I have worked as clinical research coordinator in pharmaceutical sector of hospital, and currently I am working as assistant professor in homeopathic medical college, and I am aspiring to become deputy collector.
Deputy. Okay, thank you, Dr. Sapna. I hope people will not mind me taking my morning tea during our discussion. You can also have it. The morning tea really works. Please next.
Good morning, sir. Sir, મારું નામ લલિત દિયોરા છે.
Okay.
હું 2015 માં મિકેનિકલ ગ્રેજ્યુએટ છું અને છેલ્લા 8 વર્ષથી અદાણી ટોટલ ગેસ લિમિટેડમાં ડેપ્યુટી મેનેજરના પદ પર કાર્યરત છું અને મારી પોસ્ટ પ્રેફરન્સ ડીવાયએસપી એસડીએમ ને આસિસ્ટન્ટ કમિશનર જીએસટી છે.
So first is DYSP, then the deputy collector.
SDM, then
SDM. Okay, I'll come to that. SDM is not the selection post. But yeah, I'll
Okay.
come to that. Deputy collector or GS. Okay, then third is
Assistant Commissioner GST.
GST. Okay, fine. Great. Please, next one.
Hi, sir. This is Niharika Gadvi.
Niharika
I have done
Gadni.
my post-graduation MSc IT from Ahmedabad. And actually, I belong to Kheda district, but currently I'm in Bangalore.
Okay.
And the preference I would give is Deputy Collector, ACST, and DYSP.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is Kailash Ben Rajkot.
મારું નામ કૈલાસ રાજગોર છે. મેં વર્ષ 2018 માં BA with ઇંગ્લિશ સાથે ગ્રેજ્યુએશન પૂર્ણ કરેલ છે. તેમજ વર્ષ 2019 થી હું મદદનીશ તાલુકા વિકાસ અધિકારી ગ્રામ વિકાસ તરીકે ફરજ બજાવું છું.
2019 batch.
યસ સર.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
થેન્ક યુ સર.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Vihina Mode, right?
Yes, I am Dr. Vihina Mode. I have completed my graduation in medical sciences from Baroda Medical College, MS University. Currently, I am preparing for civil services from SPIPA Study Center.
Okay.
And I did a government job as a medical officer for 6 months
Okay.
in
Where were you
2021.
posted?
I
Where were
was
you
posted
posted?
at Primary Health Center Sadli in Vadodara
Sadli.
district.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Best
Thank you.
wishes for your preparations.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hello. This is Hitesh Singh
Yeah.
Solanki.
Yes, sir. My name is Hitesh Singh Solanki. I have completed my graduation in physics, currently pursuing my master's in machine learning, and I am aspiring for becoming Gujarat Administrative Services.
Machine learning from which university?
John Hopkins, Pennsylvania, USA.
So you are there or you are here?
No, actually, I am in India right now.
So how you're pursuing that? Is it a
No. Actually, my plan was to join John Hopkins there in USA, but during COVID time, they have stopped the direct enrollment there onwards. They provided distance learning during that time, and my whole master's was based on distance learning. That's why I am here right now.
Okay, fine. Very good. Yeah. Who is left? Miss Kajal Asari.
મેં મારું બેચલર્સ કોમ્પ્યુટર એન્જિનિયરિંગમાં પૂર્ણ કર્યું છે. ત્યારબાદ મેં મારું માસ્ટર કમ્પ્લીટ કર્યું છે 2017 માં, અને બાદમાં મેં સિવિલ સર્વિસ એક્ઝામની પ્રિપેરેશન સ્પીપાથી ચાલુ કરી છે. અને હાલમાં 1 વર્ષથી હું ડેપ્યુટી સેક્શન ઓફિસર તરીકે ફરજ બજાવું છું સચિવાલયમાં. અને મારો ફર્સ્ટ પ્રેફરન્સ DC છે, then DYSP અને આસિસ્ટન્ટ કમિશનર ઓફ સ્ટેટ.
Very good. Which department you are working with currently?
Currently I am working in Narmada.
Okay, I mean that is પાણી પુરવઠા વાળા.
નર્મદા જળ સંપત્તિ પાણી પુરવઠા અને કલ્ચર વિભાગ આખું નામ છે. અને હાલમાં હું રિહેબિલિટેશન બ્રાન્ચમાં ફરજ બજાવું.
Great, Miss Kajal. Somebody is also putting in the chat. I'll suggest them to please speak through the mic only. That will help everyone to understand each other. Let us wrap it up quickly. Okay. So I think Mr. So who has written me in the chat? There is Upasna Mali. Please speak up, Upasna. This is your personality test. You has to speak up only. Now, like mains are over. You don't need to write anything now. Upasna Mali.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was in library, so that I couldn't speak.
I understand. Okay. In that case, it is fine. I can understand your situation. Okay, so here we have Upasna Mali with us, and she has completed her graduation in Bachelor's of Commerce, and currently selected as a Talati cum Mantri and aspiring for
Yes,
Deputy Collector. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Yeah. Next, who is that? Okay, so I believe that I think there are a few more who have not introduced. Like I can see Amit has not given introduction. Then I can see Anjali has not given introduction. Nirav has not given introduction. You
Hello,
are,
sir.
it is fine, I guess. If we are okay, if you don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Let us. Anyone willing to give the introduction? I guess we'll be happy to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm Amit Guna here. I have done my graduation in Bachelor of Physiotherapy from the Baroda University,
Okay.
and I have given the interview of UPSC CAPF Assistant Commandant. Then, after recently, I have given the interview of Deputy Field Officer conducted by Cabinet Secretary. And since 2019, I am working as a freelancer physiotherapist.
Okay. Great.
My preference is DYSP, then Deputy Collector, and then Assistant Commissioner.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Amit. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone
Thank you.
willing to share the
Good morning,
thoughts?
sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who is
My name is Anjali Pandit, and I'm from Ahmedabad.
okay?
And recently, I've completed my MBA from BK School of Business Management, Ahmedabad.
Okay.
And my first preference is Deputy Collector.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Anyone else? We are still there for another 2 minutes for the introduction. Okay. Let us start with our discussion to save the time. I'm sure you must be running out of the time. So for the interview, like these are, I'm sure other faculty members have also shared the similar things, but still I believe that I should share it with all the aspirants who are going for the interview. As I mentioned, the first question is known to everyone, and that would be your key starting point from where you can start, from where you can direct your interview. Like introduce yourself, okay? And everybody, I'll not go in the technical things like how it works, how the randomization works, how you will get into the room. You don't need to mention your name, you don't need to mention your identity. This is known to everyone. But uh, like the first few sentences that you will be speaking, okay, introduce yourself. That will be the biggest impact that you can put on in the in the brains of the interview panel. You first, like few things that I have observed and which we should be following is never try to show something which you are not. Okay, don't try to show that you are extraordinarily brilliant or you are way too smart than them, because these people are like, they have crossed the all phases of life. They have seen all the things. They have seen smart people, they have seen dumb people working hard, they have seen average people working really hard and doing better than so-called smart people. So they have seen it. They have seen the life from outside the job, inside the job. So if you have any iota of the thought that you can bluff them or you can fool them out for 10-15 minutes and then you can show them something which you are not, then you are still going wrong. Okay, be honest. If you are, that is fine. It is like they are, as you have proved your metal in your mains, so they know that you are eligible. So if you are not comfortable in one particular language, don't try to speak in that language. If you are comfortable in Gujarati, start in Gujarati. If you are comfortable in English, start in English. Don't say like, starting with English and then after 2-3 words, you will shift back to the Gujarati and then you will be completing the sentences in some Gulabi English language. Don't do that. Don't do that. That will actually, not, it will not be effective. Plus it will show that you are like, you are trying to bluff them. So be honest, be yourself, be like, be comfortable in your own language in which you feel more confident, where you feel that you can even express your thoughts in that particular language. So if it is Gujarati, Hindi, English, fine, but be sure. But yes, if they will ask you something in English, and if you know that yes, you can also speak in English, then it will help little bit. It will definitely help, because they will feel that yes, you are proficient in the other language also, and that will certainly add a value. But don't, like, if you are not, then don't try to manipulate them. Second, you should not show your inclination towards any political framework or your inclination towards any particular religion or any particular thought process. Practice so that if even though suppose they will try to figure out whether you are leftist, centrist, or you are capitalist or rightist. I'm sure they will try to figure it out, but you has to be balanced always, even though maybe your personal thoughts are different, your belief systems are different. That is okay outside of the interview room, but inside the interview room you have to be very, very particular that you always remain balanced, even if they will try to provoke you, even if they will try to fetch it out from you, and out of your belief system or out of your aggression. If you will speak up something which is outside of the constitutional framework, or which is outside of the thoughts put in the constitution, then it will be a end game. I mean, then they will definitely not going to qualify you. So this is a red flag. You can never cross that. You has to be balanced. You should not show, you should have you should not be showing your inclination towards any particular group. Fine. Remain be calm. Don't be in the state of emergency during interview. I'm sure it is it is easy for me to say, but it is difficult to follow on that particular day, because you know that this interview matters a lot, and that will put us in the state of emergency. But try to remain calm as much as possible. I mean, you should not be in the panic mode. You should not be in the state of emergency. Even if they will ask you something, you should not be you can take your time. Even it is not so that it is not, it is not a buzzer round that if you answer first or if you answer very quickly, then you will be getting more marks. It is not like that. Whatever they ask, you take your time, you frame your sentences, you frame your thoughts first, then you can express it. So that will be appreciated actually, instead of responding very fast and not putting it in a proper framework. So because this is the taste of your thoughts only, how you think, how you present yourself, whether you can communicate your thoughts in a right way. So that will be the taste. So you have to practice according. I'll suggest everybody that you please write and rewrite your introduction. It is easy. I mean, introducing myself is not difficult for me. It should not be, but it is very difficult during these kind of interview when you have only one question which is for sure in the interview panel. So I'll suggest you to everyone, not just think. You please write it down that these are the 5 sentences, 6 sentences that I'm going to speak in my interview. Then you put your thoughts again, that whether it is right or not, whether I'm communicating the main thing about me. Don't start with I am born in this particular district, and then I studied from this school, and in 10th I got this rank. Don't start with that. They don't know. They don't want to know. You just put it in maximum 5 to 6 sentences, and you select best of the best thing in that 5 to 6 sentences. And don't create a trap for your own self. Don't speak something where you don't have at least 7 follow-up answers. Whenever you are putting something in your introduction, you please think of that this could be a 7 follow-up questions from it. And if you are confident answering all those 7, then only that in your introduction. Rest, you don't have the choice. Like rest of the questions, you don't have the choice. But at least for the interview, you have at least for this main first question, you have the choice. So you whatever sentences you are putting, your like, as you have mentioned, some of you have mentioned about your studies, or whether you have studied from overseas, or anything that you are putting in your first introduction, you think in that way that you can answer at least 7 follow-up question from that, and they will be curious to know that. And if you should not get trapped in your own web. Okay, fine. So this should be two-way interactive session. It is not just I am just bombarding from this side and you all are at the receiving side. You please don't hesitate. We are a small group. You can always interrupt. You can put it in the chat. I'll take it up and we'll discuss during our discussion also. Or if you really want to share that, you can always ping me in, and then you can also speak up during our talk. Fine. So I think yes, the one of the questions that they ask is, what is your choice? What particular cadre that you want to select from this GPSC examination? As majority of you have mentioned about the deputy collector, some of you have mentioned about the DYSP, some of you have mentioned about the other post also. However, like even if your preferred choices are deputy collector or the DYSP or assistant commissioner GST, it is very important for you to know about the portfolios of the other jobs also. What the TDO do, what the assistant commissioner labor do, what the labor officers do. Uh, if there are other posts, like if there are chief officers, what they do, so that you should be knowing, because this is a part of a general government structure, and it is expected that the officers who are appearing for the interview should be aware about the jobs. Maybe the detailed job portfolio might not be known to everyone, but at least they should be knowing the brief about each job that is mentioned in this particular advertisement. So, like, I'll start with the common things which is there in the GPSC examination. If there are other jobs, you please let me know, so I'll share that also. First of all, the deputy collector job, what they do. I mean, if you will say that I want to become a deputy collector, they will certainly ask you that, do you know what the deputy collectors do, and what are the job titles that is there with the deputy collector. What do you understand by deputy collector? Anybody would like to share what the deputy collectors do?
Sir,
Okay.
some of the area, what I believe is stamp duty collection.
Okay.
Then this one, land reclamation.
Okay. Yes.
And maintenance of law and order.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I know, sir.
Very good. Very good. Anybody wants to add?
Apart from that, election duties, disaster management.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Anybody?
District supply officer.
Okay. Very good. District supply officer. So how it will work? Maybe the one person will collect the stamp duty also, will be the supply officer also, and will also maintaining the law and order. Is it like that? I mean, anybody wants to share or know about the things?
There are
Hello, sir.
different deputy collectors for different posts.
Very good. Very good. Very good, Jai. You understand. Fine. Anybody wants to add?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So some of the deputy collectors are posted as sub-divisional magistrate who perform the duties of revenue duties under the district collectors, and some of the deputy collectors are posted on specific duties like Madhyan Bhojan and some specific positions who have that specific role.
Perfect.
Apart from SDMs.
Perfect. You're right. So
as an administrator of PSU.
Very good, Lalit. That is very unique that you know that. Okay.
Okay. Sir, the checks on Mamlatdar and the power on district police system, and as well.
Oh, fine. Dr. Sapna, you are right. One just like quick suggestion that such words, power word should be banned during interview. You don't use that word. If you will use it even in the positive sense, they will see it from other shades. So like such kind of thing, they will try to see that whether you are joining this job just for the sake of powers the post carry, or you really want to serve the people. So power or like authority, such words are like very sensitive. So try to frame your sentences around them. Like don't use such words which can make them think otherwise. Okay. So what the deputy collectors do? Ideally, the name of the post should not be deputy collector. It should be General Administrative Services. That is a GAS. So whenever they will ask that this is a GAS examination. Likewise, the UPSC has the IAS, that is an Indian Administrative Services, which is a nationwide services. Same way in all the states there are GAS, that is the Gujarat Administrative Services for the Gujarat. Am I visible to everyone? I think I lost my own video.
Sorry, the video is not visible.
Okay. Okay, even it is not visible to me. Bhavesh bhai, can you help me with this? Should I rejoin, or because even my videos are. Wait, let me rejoin. Is it possible, Bhavesh bhai? Okay, otherwise, okay, but without video, I think I don't think. Oh, Bhavesh bhai is not there. Let me try to rejoin, friends. Just a minute, please. Hello, am I audible, friends?
Sir, the volume is very less, very little. Difficult to hear.
Recording in progress.
Is it better now? Hmm. Is it better now, friends? I
Yes,
have
sir.
joined from the mobile. Okay, fine. Let us continue here. Fine. So deputy collectors generally, they, like, the term deputy collector is more famous. However, we should use the term GAS, that is the Gujarat Administrative Services. So basically, Gujarat Administrative Services officers can be posted in any department. There are GS officers in the health department also. There are GS officers in the taxation departments. There are GS officers in the in all the 28 departments. GS officers are appointed. During initial career, they are posted in the field, where they perform these functions, like, as people have mentioned, that there are few officers who are posted as a prant officer. Prant officers are like, in the district there is a collector, and the district is divided into the 4 or 5 prants. Some districts, some small districts are divided into the 2 to 3 prants, and the whole let's say, Panchmahal, if I'm talking about. So Panchmahal has one collector, but then there is an Halol Prant, which is having the Halol Taluka, Gogamba Taluka, Jambugoda Taluka. So these 3 talukas are headed by the Prant officer, who is a GS officer. Then the Prant officer, in a way, report to the collector. Same way, the collector Panchmahal do have other Prant also. Let's say Godra Prant is there.
So Godhra and Kalol Taluka would be headed by the Prant Officer Godhra, and then Prant Officer Godhra will report it to the collector. So this is how it works. And as a Prant Officer or as an SDM, Prant Officer and SDM, that is the title that they carry. They are just the hands of the collector. So whatever the collectors do at the district level, same things they can do at the Prant. Prant is like like 2 to 3 talukas will be considered as an Prant. They do perform different functions maintaining the land records or land related disputes or land acquisition. Also, land acquisition means jamin sampadan. If there is a new project, new bullet train project is coming up, let's say, so the acquiring the land would be done by the deputy collectors. It is not only deputy collectors. Yes, deputy collector is a part of the land acquisition system. They go and then they submit their report. Ultimately, government will finally grant the land. So these are like even other things, like they go and check other departments also. Like collector is the head of the district. In a way, he can also supervise other departments function. Collector has the power to see that whether the other departments are working properly in their district or not. So collector can also supervise that how the GST department is doing in my district. They can also call meeting. Collector can see that how the banks are doing in my district, whether there is an issue with the bank. If it is the case, then he can call the meeting of the bank managers, and then he can give the directions to the bank managers. So likewise, there is no clear boundary that what collector can do. Collector can do everything in the district as such. Everything in a way, everything in a legal framework he can do. He can give directions to any department, any government officials, any other officials working in the district. He can give directions. It is a direction. Otherwise, like hierarchically, he will not be writing his CR or annual reports. He will not be writing, but he can always give the directions. And directions given by the collector would be of importance to follow by other departments also. So same way, Prant officer can give the directions to anything which is happening in the Prant. Same way, Mamlatdar can do the everything in his own taluka. So this is how it works. Mamlatdar is heading one particular taluka. Then 2 to 3 talukas would be headed by the Prant officer, and 2 to 3 prants would be headed by the collector. I am hopeful that my language is comfortable with everybody. Should I speak the language, or it is comfortable? You want me to speak in other language? Please let me know. Is it comfortable?
So
બધાને જ
comfortable.
ખ્યાલ આવી ગયું છે ને કે આપણે દરેક તાલુકામાં એક મામલતદાર હોય. તાલુકા દીઠ એક મામલતદાર હોય જે એ તાલુકાના બધા અફેર્સ જોવે. એ તાલુકાનું જમીન સંપાદન, એ તાલુકાનું જમીનના કેસીસ, એ તાલુકાનું મધ્યાહન ભોજન, એ તાલુકાનું સપ્લાય, બધું જ એ મામલતદાર જોવે. પછી એવી રીતે 2 કે 3 તાલુકાની ઉપર એક પ્રાંત અધિકારી હોય જે ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર હોય, જે એ 3 મામલતદારની કામગીરી પર સુપરવાઇઝ કરે. પછી કેટલાક એવા પણ કામો છે કે જે ડાયરેક્ટ પ્રાંત અધિકારીની સત્તામાં આવતા હોય તે પ્રાંત અધિકારી પણ કરે. સેમ વે 2 to 3 પ્રાંત અધિકારી જે હોય એની ઉપર એક કલેક્ટર સર હોય. એ કલેક્ટર would be supervising the work of પ્રાંત અધિકારીઝ and the મામલતદાર્સ. પછી એવા કેટલાક કામો એવા પણ હોય કે જે ડાયરેક્ટ કલેક્ટર સાહેબના સત્તામાં હોય, તો in that case collector sir would be executing those functions. તો આ જે છે district administration નું structure છે. સેમ વે એઝ આઈ મેન્શન કે ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર્સ માત્ર ને માત્ર ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશનમાં જ જોડાયેલા હોય એવું પણ જરૂરી નથી. જેમ કે ઘણા બધા ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટરની પોસ્ટ હોય છે કે જે ડાયરેક્ટ સચિવાલયમાં પણ હોય છે, કે જેમ કે લેટ્સ સે સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી. કોઈકે કીધું હતું કે સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી કલેક્શન ઇઝ ઓલ્સો a work of a deputy collector. That is correct. So there is a post named Deputy Collector Stamp Duty. તો એ ડાયરેક્ટ સુપરિન્ટેન્ડન્ટ ઓફ સ્ટેમ્પ જે ગાંધીનગર બેસતા હોય એમને રિપોર્ટ કરતા હોય છે. So there are few officers who directly report to Gandhinagar. There are few officers who work in the district administration setup. Let's say Statue of Unity, which is a very different body, different authority. તો એવા કેસમાં પણ ત્યાં પણ ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર પોસ્ટ કરતા હોય છે. તો they report to the CEO of the Statue of Unity authority. So likewise, government can appoint deputy collectors in any position. Any department. There are decided positions, and then they can function accordingly. And it is again transferable. Today, somebody working as a deputy collector stamp duty. Tomorrow, the same officer may be posted as a prant officer. Other day, the same officer will be posted as a deputy collector, Statue of Unity. Other day, some officer will be posted in the health department, home ministry, anywhere. Okay, there are few deputy collectors who work in the CM office. There are few deputy collectors who work at the New Delhi, in other as a PS, personal secretary of other of cabinet ministers. So like there is one deputy collector who working as an OSD of Goa chief minister. So it is like infinite possibilities. Government can only decide. Fine. Anybody want to ask me? Somebody is raising their hand. Jitin, Jaydeep Singh. Yeah.
સર જે સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર હોય છે એમનું મુખ્યત્વે કાર્ય શું હોય છે?
સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી સી જેમ કે કોઈ પણ ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન થતું હોય છે, જેમ કે કોઈની પણ પ્રોપર્ટી વેચવાની હોય, પ્રોપર્ટી ખરીદે, ત્યારે એ લોકો દસ્તાવેજ બનાવતો હોય, તો એ દસ્તાવેજમાં જે સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી ભરવાની હોય છે. તો વેધર ધ સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી લાઈક પેડ એઝ પર ધ નોર્મ ઓર નોટ, સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી ઓછી તો નથી ભરી, ઓછી ભરી છે તો દંડની કાર્યવાહી કરવાની હોય, પછી સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટીની વસૂલાત કરવાની હોય, એ બધા કેસીસ એ લોકો ઓફિસર્સ ચેક કરતા હોય છે, સ્ટેમ્પ ડ્યુટી ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર. But they will not ask you in these details in an interview. You just has to know that this is not just the like SDM, that it is like the general administrative services, and government can appoint these officers in any department. If you will answer likewise, that will help them to understand ki you know the things better. Otherwise, general perception in the public is that the deputy collectors are only SDMs, but not all the deputy collectors are SDM. There are few, just 100 something deputy collectors who are working as a SDM at one point of time. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So you should be aware that the deputy collectors are again, when they ask you why you want to become a deputy collector, you should answer that it is a Gujarat administrative services that I am aspiring for, and whatever duty will be given, I will be able to follow. Your main role is as a generalist. As in GS, you should be generalist. Like say, if you are in stamp duty, you don't know the tax rules, you don't know how to calculate these things, but you need to learn. Suppose tomorrow you are at the Gujarat tourism. Gujarat tourism is also having the deputy collector post. So you should be learning that what are the key tenets of the tourism industry, how to do the marketing, how to do the how to engage with the celebrities to make the tourism better in Gujarat. So you has to change your thinking style in that department. Suppose you are in this again like as a revenue department, then you have to again think that how the land laws work, how to collect the land revenue, how to work on it. So like it will keep you in the learning phase always. So that you should be aware of. Second is a DYSP. Let us come to the DYSP position. If you have any questions with the deputy collector, again, I know you please ask me at the end of the session if possible. So DYSP, if we are coming again, the DYSP is just the famous term that we are using. It is again a GPS, that is a Gujarat Police Services. As deputy collector is just under the umbrella of GS, the deputy collector name is that. Same way under the umbrella of Gujarat Police Services, the name of DYSP is there. So again in the Gujarat Police Services, there is a DYSP. In the police, it is a part of the home ministry. As I mentioned, like GS can be posted in any ministry, any department, while the DYSPs will be posted in the home ministry, and it is their career cadre. So throughout the career, they will remain in the same ministry. So they start with the DYSP, then they get as a DYSP. As in the police framework, it is like there are PSIs and the PI. PI, let's say, like as there is a Mamlatdar in one taluka, same way there is a PI. That is a PI is a police inspector in the one taluka. And PI also have other PSIs working under him. જે અલગ અલગ પોલીસ ચેક પોસ્ટ પાસે PSI ને પણ હેડ કરતા હોય છે. તો PI જે છે એવી રીતે 3 થી 4 PI એક DYSP ને રિપોર્ટ કરતા હોય છે. DYSP ને પણ સબ ડિવિઝન હોય છે, 2-3 તાલુકા ભેગા થઈને એક DYSP ને ચાર્જ આપવામાં આવતો હોય છે. સેમ વે એ લોકોનું મેઇન કામ જે છે તે છે લો એન્ડ ઓર્ડર મેન્ટેનન્સ. અગેન જ્યારે પણ ધ પોલીસ વર્ક, જેમ કે લો એન્ડ ઓર્ડર થઈ ગયું, કોઈ પણ ડિઝાસ્ટર થઈ ગયું, or any bandobast related activities are there, protocol related activities are there, then police has to work. Apart from it, they also have their own wings, like there is an IB wing who do the investigation. There are wings who specifically work for SC/ST. So there is a dedicated DYSP for SC/ST wing also. So this is how they work. Apart from it, again, it is not always the case ki DYSPs are only, like, posted in the same way. Like there are few DYSPs who are working in the like Gujarat Maritime Board. There are few DYSP who are working in the GUVNL, Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited, જ્યાં પણ એ લોકોને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવતો હોય છે. એ જે ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશનમાં ડીવાયએસપી ને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવે, એવી જ રીતે અલગ અલગ એમના અલગ અલગ બહુ બધા શાખા હોય છે કે જેમાં પણ ડીવાયએસપી ને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવતા હોય છે. ઘણા બધા કોર્પોરેશન્સમાં પણ ડીવાયએસપી ને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવતા હોય છે. લાઈક અહેમદાબાદ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનમાં અલગથી ડીવાયએસપી ને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવતા હોય છે. પછી જેમ કે GUVNL ની મેં વાત કરી, એમાં જેમ કે ઇલેક્ટ્રિસિટી કનેક્શન છે, એમાં કોઈ પણ ચોરી કરતું હોય એના માટે અલગથી એક ડીવાયએસપી ને પોસ્ટ કરવામાં આવતા હોય છે. આમાં તમારે ઘણીવાર કન્ફ્યુઝન એવું થઈ શકે કે એસીપી શું છે, ડીસીપી શું છે, ડીવાયએસપી શું છે, એ રીતનું કન્ફ્યુઝન કદાચ થઈ શકે અને પૂછી પણ શકે. ઇફ યુ હેવ મેન્શન કે મારે ડીવાયએસપી બનવું છે, તો દે વિલ આસ્ક યુ કે તો પછી એસીપી શું હોય છે કે ડીસીપી શું હોય છે. એનીબડી હેવ ધ આન્સર વોટ ઇઝ એસીપી એન્ડ વોટ ઇઝ ડીવાયએસપી? એસીપી ખ્યાલ છે ને? એ તો આપણે બહુ બધી ટીવી સિરીઝ આપણને શીખવાડ્યું જ છે.
સર, અસિસ્ટન્ટ કમિશનર ઓફ પોલીસ.
હા, ઓકે, વેરી ગુડ. તો એસીપી અને ડીવાયએસપી ને બધા શું છે? અલગ છે? એક છે? ડીવાયએસપી એસીપી બની શકે કે ના બની શકે?
સર, કમિશનરેટ સિસ્ટમ અંતર્ગત જે સિટી એરિયા છે જ્યાં કમિશનરેટ સિસ્ટમ લાગુ છે ત્યાં ડીવાયએસપી પોસ્ટ એ એસીપી ના સમકક્ષ હોય છે.
બરાબર. વેરી ગુડ, વેરી ગુડ, વેરી ગુડ. યુ નીડ ટુ નો ધીસ ડિફરન્સ કે જેમ કે કોઈ જેટલા સિટીઝ છે એમાં જે પણ જગ્યાએ કમિશનરેટ સિસ્ટમ લગાવી છે, જ્યાં કમિશનર ઓફ પોલીસ હોય છે, તો એ લોકોના જે સબઓર્ડિનેટ્સ હોય છે, તો એમાં એ લોકો ડીસીપી છે કે એસીપી છે, તો એમાં પણ ડીવાયએસપી કક્ષાના અધિકારી પછી એમનાથી પ્રમોટેડ થયેલા હોય છે, તો એમને પણ મૂકી શકતા હોય છે. સેમ વે જેવી રીતે એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેટિવ સર્વિસીસમાં પણ એવું છે. જેમ કે જ્યાં આપણે મ્યુનિસિપલ કમિશનર હોય, જેમ કે અહેમદાબાદ મ્યુનિસિપલ કમિશનર છે, તો એમની નીચે પણ ડેપ્યુટી મ્યુનિસિપલ કમિશનર હોય, આસિસ્ટન્ટ કમિશનર્સ હોય, તો એમાં પણ ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર્સ ને એડિશનલ કલેક્ટર્સ ને પોસ્ટ કરતા હોય છે. એ વખતે અગેન દે વિલ બી નોન એઝ એન કમિશનર. એ વખતે એ લોકો આસિસ્ટન્ટ કમિશનર કે ડેપ્યુટી કમિશનર તરીકે ઓળખાય. સેમ વે જ્યારે એ લોકો ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશનમાં કામ કરતા હોય ત્યારે એ લોકો ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર કે એડિશનલ કલેક્ટર તરીકે ઓળખાતા હોય. સેમ વે ડીવાયએસપી જ્યારે રૂરલ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેટિવ સિસ્ટમમાં જે એસપી સુપરિન્ટેન્ડન્ટ ઓફ પોલીસ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટને હેડ કરતા હોય છે, ત્યારે એમના સબઓર્ડિનેટ તરીકે દે વિલ બી known as an DYSP, that is a deputy superintendent of police. જેવી રીતે કલેક્ટર એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેટિવલી ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટને હેડ કરે છે, એસપી that is a superintendent of police એ લો એન્ડ ઓર્ડરમાં ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટને હેડ કરે છે. ઓકે, any confusion you can please ask me, or you can put it in the last part of the session also. Anything you wanted to ask? Okay, fine. Let me I am hopeful that it is clear to you. At least the superficially you should be aware that this is what they do. Okay. પછી ઘણી વખત શું કરશે એ લોકો, દે વિલ પુટ યુ ઇન ધ કેસ સ્ટડી ઓલ્સો. જ્યારે તમે અગર પૂછો, તમને એવું કહેવામાં આવશે કે તમે ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર છો, તો તમને કોઈ કેસ સ્ટડી આપવામાં આવશે કે આવું એક સિનારીઓ છે, તો તમે શું કરશો આવા સિનારીઓમાં. તો એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ અગેન યુ હેઝ ટુ બી બેલેન્સ્ડ. ઓકે, તમારો આન્સર એવો ના હોવો જોઈએ કે સિંઘમ મૂવીની જેમ કે હું તો રાતોરાત બધાને આમ કરી દઈશ ને તેમ કરી દઈશ. That will show that you are not very much aware about the realities. Your answer should be well balanced. ચલો હું તમને તારું એક સિનારીઓ પૂછું જે મને પણ પૂછવામાં આવ્યો હતો during my interview. They were asked me ki suppose if you are a DYSP and you have તમે એક vehicle પકડ્યું છે, પણ એ vehicle ની અંદર જે છે તે ત્યાંના એક મોટા રાજનેતાનો પુત્ર છે અને એવું કહે છે કે તમે એને છોડી દો, તો તમે શું કરશો એવા કેસમાં? આવો ક્વેશ્ચન મને પૂછ્યો હતો ડ્યુરિંગ માય ઇન્ટરવ્યુ. તો ઇફ યુ કેન આન્સર, કોઈ પ્રોએક્ટિવલી આન્સર કરવા માંગશે?
સર એ વ્હીકલ જે પકડવામાં આવ્યું છે એ જે ગુનાની નોંધ જો એ ગંભીર ગુનો હશે તો હું મારા જે સ્ટેપ છે એને મારી દિશામાં જે સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઓપરેટિંગ પ્રોસિજર હશે એના દ્વારા જ લઈશ. પણ જો કદાચ કોઈ ડોક્યુમેન્ટની ખોટ હશે કે કોઈ એવી રીતનું હશે તો અત્યારે ડિજિટલ ટેકનોલોજી છે તો વિડીયો કોલ અથવા એના મારફતે ડ્રાઇવિંગ લાયસન્સ કે આની હું ઓનલાઈન વેરિફિકેશન કરી અને એમને છોડી દેવામાં આવશે.
એ તમે બધા જ કેસમાં એવું કરશો કે આ રાજનેતાનો પુત્ર છે એટલે એવું કરશો?
ના સર, એવું નથી. એમને પણ એ પણ એક પોલિટિકલ પેલા છે એટલે એમને પણ કહીશ કે સર મારી રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી જે મારો રોલ છે એ તો હું નિભાવીશ જ. પણ સર એ જે મતલબ કાર્યવાહી છે તો લો એકોર્ડિંગ ટુ લો જ કરવામાં આવશે.
નહીં તો કાયદામાં એવું ડિજિટલ ટેકનોલોજીથી લેવા માટે બધા માટે હોય તો જ કરી શકે કે પછી એમના માટે કરવાનું છે?
ના ના સર, એ મતલબ હું એમને ઓપ્શન આપીશ કે આવી સુવિધા ડિજીલોકર ની સુવિધા છે તો મારા એમના સાથેના મતલબ જે પોલિટિકલી એમના રિલેશન છે એમને બી ખોટું નહીં લાગે અને એમને અવેર કરીશ કે આવી રીતે તમે રાખી પણ શકો છો. બાકી જે જો એમના જોડે નહીં લાયસન્સ હોય તો કાયદેસરની કાર્યવાહી કરવામાં આવશે.
બીજા કોઈ બોલવા માંગશે?
Sir, I would treat that person as any other normal citizen, irrespective of their political background, and would go according to the SOP.
Okay. कौन बोलियो? Just I have a small screen, so judge
Twinkle.
Twinkle Single. Okay, okay. Very good, Twinkle. Anybody wants to add something?
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
Am I audible?
Yes. Who is speaking? Hitesh.
Hitesh.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Hitesh.
Actually, it's depend on the situation. If the issue is related to the absence of any documentation, then we can provide them any facilitation as a normal citizen, like availability them the facility of DigiLocker. If they can produce the license and other documents to DigiLocker, it is okay. But we cannot provide them any extraordinary facilities unlike the other citizens. And if the issue is serious, we have to proceed according to the standard operating procedure followed by the department.
Very, very fine, fine. I guess the answers given by Twinkle and Hitesh bhai are more balanced. You can never speak during interview કે મારે એમના રિલેશન સાચવવાના છે કે એમને ખોટું ના લાગવું જોઈએ. That shows, I mean, there is no harm, you know. We are just a small group and we are very friendly, and we should speak it up so that we can, you know, share our observation. So the answers given by everybody is like right in a way, but we should, I personally believe that we during interview we should not share ki એમને ખોટું ના લાગે અથવા તો એ પણ પોલિટિકલી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ વ્યક્તિ છે તો I cannot do that, or I can, you know, give extra support. That shows that you will be very submissive during your tenure, and you will you know, you will not respect the law as it should be. So I think we should be strong enough. We should be like, you know, our statements during such kind of situation should be as per the law and should be strict enough. Maybe during on field, definitely, like, we can always help everyone ki, like, you know, if there is a DigiLocker facility also, and you can always provide the DigiLocker document. But like, you know, જે વર્ડ્સ આપણે યુઝ કર્યા ને કે એમને ખોટું ના લાગવું જોઈએ, એમની સાથેના રિલેશન સંબંધો સાચવવાના છે, so that is not the ideal tenets of the civil servants during interview, at least. Ki, like, you know, you has to be neutral, you has to be anonymous, so that you cannot speak during the interview. That will give you less marks. Okay, so that is right. Like, you know, I'll not એવું જ કેવું સારું રહે કે હું તો ઓળખતો નથી કે રાજનેતાનો છોકરો છે કે નથી. I'll only follow my procedure, and the only thing that I know is a rule book, and I'll go through this. Okay, but at the same time એવું પણ નહીં કે અત્યારે એવું જો તમે જવાબ આપો કે ભાઈ હશે તો ગમે તે હશે એનો તો હું તાત્કાલિક જેલના સળિયા ગણાઈ દઈશ, એને પાછળ મોકલી દઈશ behind the bar. એવું બધું કહેશો તો again it will show કે you are a power hungry person. So it's a more of a psychology game. It is not a knowledge game. Again, I have mentioned it is, you has to be balanced. You has to frame your sentences, answers in a way. So it should not be showing that you are more of an authority or a power seeker. At the same time, it should not be showing that you are very submissive or you are not competent enough to become an officer. You don't hold your stand. એવું પણ ના લાગવું જોઈએ. Okay, fine. So there is one more scenario that I would like to put in front of the group. Suppose you are posted as an deputy collector in one subdivision, and there is a flood like situation. Okay, and the Mamlatdar in your team is reporting that he will not be able to control the flood. He will not be able to control the situation, and he don't know what to do ahead. And there are thousands of people who are at the risk. Their villages are going to get submerged in the water if the actions are not initiated. What are the different tools available in your hand, and what you will be doing in that situation? Your Mamladar is not doing. He has said कि मेरे से अभी कुछ नहीं होगा. Now how you will tackle this situation?
हेलो सर।
हेलो सर।
Yes. Okay, बोलिए. जो पहले नहीं बोला है वो एक बार बोलिए, जो अब तक नहीं बोला है वो.
Hello, sir. In
Hello.
such cases, I will use technology and human power, as everyone is having phone. So I will spread the message that such disaster is about to happen. So फोन कॉल से या फिर मैसेजेस के थ्रू जो नॉर्मल पब्लिक है वो अवेयर हो जाएंगे, सो वो अपने एंड पे जो भी प्रोटेक्शंस ले सके वो लें, एंड जो भी ह्यूमन पावर है, एनडीआरएफ टीम है, एंड जो भी वॉलंटियर्स हैं, मैं उन्हें प्रिपेयर करने की कोशिश करूंगी कि अर्जेंसी के केसेस में कम से कम जान और माल का नुकसान हो.
But that you can do as an NGO also, right? I mean, what you are saying is, instead of becoming deputy collector, if you are an NGO or if you are just a social worker, you can do that, right? I mean, you can guide people, you can empower them, you can spread message through the social media, you can say them that you please take care, these are the risk areas. What different you will do as a deputy collector? Because what you have mentioned is can be done by any NGO also, right? And they will be doing already. The NGOs will be doing this thing during such situation.
Hello, sir.
हेलो
Hello.
सर।
Yeah, see, whenever I'm countering, I'm not countering you to demotivate you. I'm just asking you so that our horizon of thinking can be widened. And these kind of counter questions will also come in your interview also. So when you say
Yes, sir.
something and then there is a counter, you don't need to you don't need to get demotivated, or you don't need to feel that you have said something wrong. You have always said right, but they want to know more, that how much more you can think of. Okay. Anybody
સર
else wanted to add?
Hello.
સર આવી સિચ્યુએશનમાં પહેલું કામ તો આપણું એ છે કે જે લોકો ફસાયેલા છે ફ્લડમાં એમને ફસાયેલા છે તો એ દરમિયાન શું કાળજી રાખવી એ માટેનું સર્ક્યુલર જારી કરીએ રેડિયોથી કે કોઈ પણ માધ્યમ દ્વારા. અને બીજું કામ રહેશે ફટાફટ રેસ્ક્યુ કરવાનું. એ માટે આપણે સ્ટેટ ડિઝાસ્ટર મેનેજમેન્ટ ઓથોરિટીના અધિકારી અને કર્મચારીઓ સાથે એમને માર્ગદર્શન આપીને ફટાફટ રેસ્ક્યુ કરશું. અને ત્રીજા સ્ટેપમાં સર જે મામલતદાર મારી નીચે હતા કે એમનાથી સિચ્યુએશન હેન્ડલ નથી થતી, તો મારા નીચેના સ્ટાફમાં જેટલા પણ અધિકારી કર્મચારીઓ છે તે ટીમવર્ક તરીકે હું વર્ક ડિવાઈડ કરીને ફટાફટ મેક્સિમમ લોકોને ત્યાંથી રેસ્ક્યુ કરવાનું ટ્રાય કરીશ અને છેલ્લા સ્ટેજમાં રિહેબિલિટેશન પ્રોવાઈડ કરવા માટેના પગલા લઈશ.
I appreciate. Okay, appreciate. I still need something more concrete. I think this is a good answer. I don't think that this is a wrong answer. But again, how you can put it in better way, other people, if you can add.
Sir,
Actually, in a situation. Okay, sorry.
I can take in the help of different departments and work in collaboration with the departments or the inactive areas or the silent talukas where the disaster has not happened.
Okay. But what action? I mean, what you will do? Like, help of other department, but what? You will call them and say, okay, please help me?
So in this situation, my first step would be to report to my concerned superior officers and try to get the maximum help of the NDRF and SDRF teams available nearby and standbys. And my second step would be to direct the Mamlatdar. He is a taluka officer, and he cannot move away from their duties. And as a SDM, I have power to instruct them to perform their duties and tasks. So my second response to be instructing Mamlatdar in official way to perform their duty and proceed toward rehabilitation and maximum usage of resources available in the taluka for moving the peoples and providing them alternative residence and providing them with the foods and other things.
Okay.
પર્ટિક્યુલર ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટમાં જે કઈ મશીનરી અવેલેબલ હોય, જેમ કે ફાયર કંટ્રોલિંગ વાળા હોય કે પછી ટેકનોલોજીનો યુઝ કરીને તમારે સ્ટેટથી કે નેશનલ ડિઝાસ્ટર રિકવરી વાળાને બોલાવીને એ રીતે મેક્સિમમ યુઝ ટેકનોલોજીનો પ્લસ જે કંઈ મેન પાવર કે મશીનરી અવેલેબલ છે એટ ધ મોમેન્ટ એને ફટાફટ યુઝ કરી અને ફટાફટ ઇવેક્યુએશન કરી શકાય in this case.
Very good, very good. Fine enough. This, like, they will, whenever they will put you in the scenario situation, only possible scenario that they can think of in the interview room most of the time would be a disaster like situation or like such kind of politically sensitive situation. So you can think about this and you can frame which is best suited for you. Okay, તમે આ પૂછશે જ કે જ્યારે પણ સિનારીઓ હોય તો એવા રેન્ડમ સિનારીઓઝ જેમને યાદ આવે જે જનરલ હોય અને બધાને કદાચ ફેસ કરવાના થતા હોય તો એવા કેસીસમાં ડિઝાસ્ટર રિલેટેડ કોઈ ને કોઈ સિચ્યુએશન તમને આપી શકે, કાં તો કોઈ મોબ થઈ ગયું હોય અને કોઈ રાયટ થઈ ગયા છે એવી સિચ્યુએશન તમને મૂકી શકે, અને કાં તો પછી આ રીતે કોઈ પોલિટિકલી સેન્સિટિવ ઇસ્યુ થયો હોય એવા કેસીસ તમારી સામે મૂકી શકે. So there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer always. Okay, but you please be ready with these 3-4 scenarios which is having the high probability of getting asked in the interview. ઓકે, એમાં ડિઝાસ્ટરનું તો વધારે આવશે જ. તો તમે શું કરી શકો, તમે ડિઝાસ્ટર મેનેજમેન્ટ એક્ટ અને બધું તો આપણા મેન્સમાં વાંચ્યું જ છે. સો બેટર કે તમે ફરી એક વખત એનું રિસ્પોન્સ અને એમાં કઈ રીતે કરી શકાય, લાઈક there are different phases. જેમ કે તમે છે ને ત્યાં તાલુકા ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર્સ હોય દરેક તાલુકાના, તો એ લોકોની અંદર બધી ગ્રામ પંચાયત આવતી હોય, ગ્રામ પંચાયતના તલાટી આવતા હોય, તો એ ચેનલ થ્રુ તમે એમની સાથે કમ્યુનિકેટ કરી અને દરેક ગામમાં બધા લોકોને આપણે ઇન્ફોર્મ કરી શકીએ. જે પણ એ લોકોને અગર દરેક તાલુકામાં દરેક જગ્યાએ આવી રીતે એક સેન્ટર પણ બનાવેલું હોય કે જ્યાં આપણે આવી સિચ્યુએશનમાં એમને ઇવેક્યુએટ કરવાના હોય. અગેન એમાં પણ તાલુકા પંચાયતની જે ટીમ્સ છે, તાલુકા ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર્સ છે, એ લોકો થ્રુ જ આપણે બધાને ઇવેક્યુએટ કરાવતા હોય છે. એ લોકોને જે ફૂડ પેકેટ્સ ને બધું આપવાનું હોય એના માટે પણ તાલુકા ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર્સને કહી શકીએ. એ લોકો પાસે સિસ્ટમ હોય છે કે દે કેન પ્રોવાઇડ ધ ફૂડ પેકેટ્સ એન્ડ અલ્ટિમેટલી દે કેન પુટ ધ બિલ્સ ઇન ધ ગવર્મેન્ટ. યુ કેન ઓલ્સો ડાયરેક્ટ, ધીસ ઇઝ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ, લાઈક that how different departments you can coordinate, because that will be your main role. કે તમે તાલુકા હેલ્થ ઓફિસર્સ જે હોય છે એમને કહી શકો છો કે તમે તાત્કાલિક ધોરણે બધાને મેડિસિન્સ પૂરી પાડો. એવી જ રીતે તમે તલાટી કમ મંત્રી જે છે એ બધાને કહી શકો છો કે તમે તાત્કાલિક એમના બધાનો રેકોર્ડ બનાવો કે કેટલા લોકોના ગામમાં પાણી આવવાની સંભાવનાઓ છે, કેટલા લોકોને કઈ રીતે નુકસાન થયું છે. એગ્રીકલ્ચર ઓફિસરને કહી શકો છો કે આનાથી જે પણ નુકસાન થાય છે લોકોના ખેતરમાં એનો પ્રોપર તમે સર્વે કરી લો, કારણ કે ભવિષ્યમાં જો આપણે એ લોકોને સહાય ચૂકવવાની થશે તો એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ વી રિક્વાયર ધીસ ડેટા. એટલે એ રીતે તમે જેટલા પણ વધારે ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ, બીકોઝ યોર રોલ ઇઝ કોઓર્ડિનેશન. You are not a doer as a deputy collector. Okay, doers are different people. You are coordinator, you are a leader who are guiding them, who are supporting them. You cannot say that I'll go into the field, I'll jump into on one particular village and I'll go to door and will tell them to go get out from their home and go to the rescue place. I mean, you can do at 1 or 2 places. You should do that, but that you cannot do at every village. So your main role is direction, your main role is coordination, your main role is leadership, your main role is communication. So when you are answering as a deputy collector, you should be saying that only. Okay, fine. So same way, like as a device P, they can put you some scenarios. Again, in that case, આજ રીતે riots થઈ ગયા છે, તમારે ફાયરિંગ કરવાનું છે, તો શું કરશો, તમે ફાયરિંગ કરી દેશો? તો આઈ એમ શ્યોર you all know about this thing that police cannot directly fire. They require the approval from executive magistrates present there, and then when the executive magistrate says that yes, you can fire, then only they can fire. Then such kind of things they will ask you કે રાઇટ થઈ ગયા છે અને હવે તમને એવું લાગે છે કે આને ગોળી મારી દેવી પડશે અથવા હવામાં પણ ફાયરિંગ કરી દેવું પડશે, તો તમે કરી દેશો કે શું કરશો? એટલે તમે કહેશો કે નહીં સર, એવા કેસમાં I need to seek the permission from executive magistrate present on the field. ઓકે, એટલે એ રીતનું તમારે જવાબ ક્લિયર હોવું છે. ત્યારબાદ જે બીજા બધા જેમ કે છે આમાં આ વખતની એમાં સહકારી મંડળીની છે જાહેરાત કે નથી? રજિસ્ટ્રારની?
યસ સર,
હા સર છે.
ડીઆરની એક છે અને મદદનીશ ડીએલની.
ઓકે, તો એ લોકો શું કરે છે? એ લોકો શું કરે છે એવું ખ્યાલ છે? કોઈ પૂછી શકે ને, બીકોઝ ઇટ ઇઝ ધેર ઇન ધેટ. એટલે એના માટે પણ હું બ્રીફમાં કહી દઉં. આઈ એમ શ્યોર લાઈક અવર મેજર communication was based on these 2 choices, because generally આપણે આ બંને ચોઇસીસને સૌથી વધારે પ્રાધાન્ય આપતા હોય છે અને ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પણ એમાંથી વધારે આવતા હોય છે. પણ બીજા બધા પોસ્ટમાં પણ શું કરે છે આપણને ખબર હોવી જોઈએ. તો જેમ કે દરેક વિલેજીસમાં દૂધ મંડળીઓ હોય છે, નાની મોટી બીજી બધી સહકારી મંડળીઓ હોય છે, બહુ બધા સહકારી ટ્રસ્ટ હોય છે, ઘણી બધી સોસાયટીઝ એવી હોય છે કે જે સહકારી મંડળ હોય. સહકારી મંડળ એટલે બધા ભેગા થઈને એનું કામગીરી. આઈ એમ શ્યોર, આઈ ડોન્ટ થિંક કે મારે તમને એ શેર કરવાની જરૂર છે કે સહકારી મંડળી શું વસ્તુ છે. પણ આ બધાનું જે ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ લેવલ પર જે રેગ્યુલેશન છે કે એમનું રજીસ્ટ્રેશન કરાવવાનું હોય, એમનું રિન્યુઅલ કરાવવાનું હોય, કે એમની ચૂંટણીઓ કરાવડાવવાની હોય, એ બધા માટેનું જે એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશન છે એ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ રજિસ્ટ્રાર કરતા હોય છે. ઓકે, તો એ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ રજિસ્ટ્રાર ઇઝ ઓલ્સો વેરી પાવરફુલ પોસ્ટ. એ લોકોની અંદર બહુ બધા પ્રકારની સહકારી મંડળીઓ હોય છે. બધી સહકારી મંડળીના રેગ્યુલેશન્સ, એ લોકોના જે પણ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેટિવ બધા, જેમ કે એ લોકોનું બંધારણ ચેન્જ થાય છે તો શું કરવાનું, એ લોકોની જગ્યા પ્લેસ ચેન્જ થાય છે, પહેલા આ જગ્યાએથી કાર્યરત હતા, હવે બીજી જગ્યાએથી કાર્યરત થઈ રહ્યા છે, તો એવા કેસમાં શું કરવાનું, એ બધું નિયમન જે છે એ રજિસ્ટ્રાર ઓફિસ દ્વારા થતું હોય છે. Then there are few offices like બીજી કઈ કે જેમ કે મામલતદાર જે છે, I think I have already shared what are the functions of મામલતદાર. TDO is also, TDO ની પણ પોસ્ટ છે ને આ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટમાં?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so TDO is also a very dynamic field. પંચાયત, આ જે મેં તમને કીધું ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશનનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર, એવી જ રીતે એક પંચાયતનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર હોય છે ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટમાં, જે પણ આખું ખૂબ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ટૂલ છે ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ એડમિનિસ્ટ્રેશનનું. જેમાં એ આખું જેમ કે જિલ્લા પંચાયત હોય, એની નીચે તાલુકા પંચાયત હોય, એની નીચે ગ્રામ પંચાયત હોય. દેટ ઇઝ નોન ટુ એવરીવન હુ હેઝ ક્લિયર ધ મેન્સ. તો જિલ્લા પંચાયતના જે હેડ છે એ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર હોય, DDO હોય, જે એક IAS ઓફિસર હોય જનરલી. એ DDO જે છે, દેટ ઇઝ અ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર, એમના હાથ નીચે ડેપ્યુટી DDO હોય, જે ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર પણ હોઈ શકે. ઘણા બધા ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર્સને જિલ્લા પંચાયતમાં પણ પોસ્ટિંગ મળતું હોય છે, જે ડેપ્યુટી DDO તરીકે કાર્યરત હોય, ડેપ્યુટી ઓફ ધ ડિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર. જેવી રીતે કલેક્ટરના સપોર્ટ માટે ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટર્સ છે, એવી જ રીતે DDOના સપોર્ટ માટે ડેપ્યુટી DDO હોય છે, જે પણ એક ડેપ્યુટી કલેક્ટરની જ પોસ્ટ છે. એવી જ રીતે ડેપ્યુટી DDOની અંડરમાં ઇઝ અગેન નોટ ધ રાઇટ વર્ડ ટુ સ્પીક ઇન ધ ઇન્ટરવ્યુ, પણ એમને કેવું છે કે એમના જ્યુરિસ્ડિક્શનમાં TDOs હોય છે. દરેક તાલુકામાં એક TDO હોય, દેટ ઇઝ અ તાલુકા ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફિસર, અને TDOs will in a way report to the deputy DDO and DDO. And TDOs ની નીચે દરેક ગ્રામ પંચાયતના તલાટી કમ મંત્રી કામગીરી કરતા હોય છે. Again, the last sentence that I have said is wrong for the interview. When I say કે TDO ની નીચે તલાટી કમ મંત્રી કામ કરતા હોય છે, this is not a right way to frame the sentence. You can say કે all તલાટી કમ મંત્રીs reports to the TDO. Okay, so આ રીતે TDOs જે છે, they are very key player of તાલુકા administration. They like all these things like Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or Swachh Bharat Mission or Anganwadi help or agricultural help or Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana, Kisan Sanman Yojana, that is the 6,000 PM Kisan Yojana je che apne. So that all these things are executed by TDO on the field. Even Manrega, everything is rooted through the TDO office only. Mamladars or other offices are not getting indulged in such things. All these government policies are on field executed by the TDO office, because TDO office will in a way give directions to the Gram Panchayats, and Gram Panchayats will be implementing it. Okay, so TDO is a key player in the Taluka administration. It is having the wide responsibilities and wide authorities also, and they are key players during disaster managements also. Okay, but as you know, TDO, like Taluka Panchayat is there, it is a political body, and any expenses that the Taluka Panchayat has to do needs to be routed through the political body, that is the Taluka Panchayat. So they pass the resolutions that yes, we will be doing, and then this TDOs will be executing that. Okay, fine. I guess we have taken enough time, and I just need to be at other meeting.
Sir, some briefing about Assistant Commissioner of State Tax.
Okay, okay. See, okay, Assistant Commissioner of State Tax में के बारे में थोड़ा बता देते हैं. They are like, they are having their own different hierarchy. Their hierarchy is not merging with the district administration or the panchayat administration in general. They have their offices at the Gandhinagar. They report to them. What they do is like they have their own field officers from where they can go and check that whether these all the firms are following the GST norms clearly or not. The GST Act they need to study. Then they follow it, that whether there is any taxation related issues or not. If they can also go and put a raid, they can go and check if there is any penalty. They have power for for direction of arresting the person who is the culprit. So they are also having the wide authorities. But yes, again, they have throughout the career they remain in the one department only, and then they will be carrying the responsibility of that department only. Like today they are assistant commissioner GST, then they will be promoted as a deputy commissioner GST. Then in future they will be promoted as a joint commissioner of GST, and later on commissioner of GST. So likewise they have their own their own hierarchy. Okay.
Sir, I have two questions. Sir, the
Okay.
first question is generally in interview, the panel asks us to define what are the 3 steps you will take as a deputy collector when you will be posted as deputy collector. So, sir, generally we focus on education, skill, and health. But in general, these are the executive function of DDO and TDOs, and so deputy collector have supervisory role over them. So, what should be our exact answer to this question? And the second question is, sir, what is the difference between SDM and residential assistant collector RAC?
What is the difference between RAC and
SDM, post of SDM and RAC?
Okay. See, the first question that you have asked is, like that is again there is no clear or right or wrong answer that what 3 things that you will be doing as a deputy collector. Now, as you are aware about the key functions of the deputy collector, you should frame your answer which is more suited to you. Because if I say, okay, you keep health in it or you keep law and order in it, it will not be justified, because it is you who should be thinking that yes, I want to do this thing. Now, as you have the broader framework, okay, yes, deputy collectors do this, that. So now you has to decide that what 3 things that you need to pick up, because if you pick it up, then you will be able to answer it in a better way. So my opinion should not matter in that the what 3 things that you should be selecting. Okay, but again, like as you are mentioning, you can always pick up 3 areas, even though TDOs are doing, but TDO, you as a deputy collector can give all the directions to the TDO. TDO has to follow your instruction also, even though he or she is reporting to the deputy DDO and DDOs. That does not mean that the SDM is not having the control on the TDO. If SDM reports against the TDO, it would be serious. So in any way, like there are many meetings where TDOs has to report to the SDM of that subdivision. So if you feel that health is your focus area, then you can always put the TDO in your team and you can give a written orders to the TDO. Okay. Sankalan meeting, as Kailash Ben said, that is also right. You can always give other direction. मैंने बीजी 5 मिनट आपको, हाँ. You can give other directions to the TDO that you can do. Like you can do in any department. You as an SDM, as a deputy collector, if you feel કે તમારે labor માટે કામ કરવું છે, you can always ask the labor officer and you can give a written order to labor officer कि આટલું કામ કરવાનું છે, આ રીતે કરવાનું. So you can give directions. So there is no bar or there is no limitation about the departmental framework. But yes, like
Yes,
few
sir.
things that you can do directly through your like Mamladar is your reporting officer, because you are going to write the CR of the Mamladar. So whatever you will say to Mamladar, they will follow very meticulously, because their CR is like been written by you. But other departments you has to follow, you has to be more stringent, you has to take more follow up. Even if they are not working, you has to report to their higher officer, kind of. I mean, that is little bit more difficult to get the work done from other departments. But yes, you can do. There is a statutory power imposed on you that you can get the work done from other departments. Fine. Next thing that you have mentioned about the RSC and the SDM is RSC is a mirror of a collector. You can say there is a residential additional collector. So as collector has multiple responsibilities. He is a like Prant officer is a chairman of some 52 committees in the Prant office, and collector is a chairman of some 116 committees at the district level. Okay, so he must be very busy during his all the responsibilities of the committee meetings and field visits and other things. So all the day-to-day work or all the filing related work, filing in a way, to prepare the draft, to prepare the decision-taking things, that how whether we should really allot this land or not, whether it is as per the law or not. So many powers of the collectors will be executed by the additional collector, who in a way is a hand of a collector at the district level. So whatever the power imposed on the collector would be executed by the RAC, while there are there are separate powers imposed on the SDM. So suppose SDM is reporting something to the collector. So but all SDMs are reporting many things to the collector may not go in each and every file. So it will be routed through RAC. So RAC will first check that whether it is as per the law, whether it is right or not, and ultimately it will be reported, it will be put for the signature of the collector, and collector will sign it. Okay, so I'm hopeful that I'm able to explain you the difference between RAC and the SDM.
Sir, is the RAC post post of DC only?
RAC is a GS officer. So a GS
Thank-
officer, see, like again, GS, there are 4 cadres. Like once you enter, you are entering as a GS junior scale officer. Then there is a promotion to the senior scale. Then there is a promotion to the selection scale, and then there is a promotion to the nomination scale. But majority of the time, by the time in the selection scale, they get nominated in the IS. So there are very few officers who are in the selection, who are in the nomination scale or selection scale. So generally RACs are GS officer of the senior scale. Don't go in that detail. You just see that senior GS officers will be posted as a RAC.
હેલો સર.
Yeah.
સર હું પંચાયતમાં ટીડીઓ તરીકે છું અને
Okay, madam.
મારે ટીડીઓ ના કરતા પહેલી પ્રેફરન્સ મામલતદાર છે ક્લાસ 2 માં. તો મને એવું પૂછે કે તમારે કેમ તમારા ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટમાં છો તો તમારે કેમ મામલતદારમાં આવવું છે? તમારો ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ તો ઘણો વાઇડ છે કે સ્કીમ્સ નું ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટેશન ને બધું કરવાનું હોય છે. તો એમાં બેસ્ટ શું જવાબ આપી શકાય?
I cannot give you the best answer. That you has to speak. Because see,
Yes,
interview
sir.
માં આવ્યું છે ને, interview માં કઈ પણ છે, હું તમને કહીશ કે એ કઈ રીતે તમે સાચું માનશો?
નહીં
You
સર,
has
પણ
to give,
તો
like you can always say ki matlab ki as a mamladar I can get a better responsibility, I can get a wider authorities to do the works which I cannot do as a TDO. So you know the work, you know the system from inside, you know what the
Yes,
TDOs do, you know. So you frame your answer, you read it again, then you think that okay, this little change should be made, then you change it, then you again read it. So for the one who has already worked in the system, I don't think that it would be difficult. You put it in paper, you write it down first, then you read yourself, then you try to analyze that whether it is suitable for interview or not. Then you again reread it,
Okay,
recorrect it. Let us go by that way.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Okay, friend, I need to rush now. I need to go. You please, put your questions to Bhavesh bhai. It will be forwarded to me, and I'll see if I can answer it in a mail form or any other form. And otherwise, also you can always connect with me on any social media channels. I'm there on LinkedIn, and we can take it further. Okay. So I think I need to rush now. I need to reach somewhere, and I'll miss that otherwise. So thank you for communication. My best wishes are there with you. I'm sure all of you will be joining the services very soon. I'm here to welcome you all. Thank you everyone. Yeah.
So thank you so much for the clarity.
Yeah, thank you friends.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
ओके, और सभी स्टूडेंट को विनती है कि आपको कोई भी सर ने बताया क्वेश्चन है तो हमारे एप्लीकेशन में कम्युनिटी करके एक ऑप्शन है, वहां पे आप अपना क्वेश्चन डाल सकते हैं, तो हम आपको सर को भी डायरेक्ट फॉरवर्ड कर सकते हैं, और जैसे ही वो फ्री होंगे तो आपको उसका आंसर मिल सकता है। थैंक यू सर।
Sure, that will help. That is a provision, so that will help. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
friends. Bye. Thank you. Best of luck.